Putting it together every single game, offensively and defensively. So it's all about, like I said, we just gotta stay balanced and try to keep getting better every single day.
I tried to be aggressive tonight. He was aggressive in both ways, scoring the basketball and being a playmaker. So we just tried to get our teammates involved tonight. It was a good job.
Second quarter, thought they came in and gave us life and energy. And then in the fourth quarter, I thought that group saved the game for us. I really do. Jalen, Paul Reed, James, Shake, George, that's a lineup I know we haven't practiced with, But it's one of those things, you just kind of hang in there. I thought Joel guarding Giannis was huge for us. It allowed us to stay out, the smaller guy to stay out on Brook. I thought that was big. And, offensively, we kind of we found matchups and then tried to spread the floor and attack. I thought James made great decisions. He was obviously a scorer tonight, but he also was a point guard too. I mean, Joel and James had 10 assists tonight. My favorite pass of the night was Joel could have taken a shot and threw it to Jalen. I think he got fouled or he made one. I'm not sure which one, but that's what it's going to take for us to win games. And I thought we did all those things.
Welcome to Plus the Foul. I am your host, Jay Long Style. 76ers beat the Milwaukee Bucks 133-130, ending that 16-game winning streak by the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, let me tell you something. If James Harden is going to give you this version of James Harden going forward, and more importantly in the playoffs where he has flamed out more often than not, if he's going to give you this version of James Harden, 38 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists, the kid was 5 of 9 from three-point land and hit all of his free throws, all 11 of them, I should say. Now, I love the way James Harden is playing right now. Although they are one of the slowest paced teams in the league, the 76ers, my beloved 76ers, they play slow as hell. But look, I don't mind the pace of the game as long as you're getting good quality shots. Now, I'm a little concerned about the supporting cast outside of James Harden and Joel Embiid. The supporting cast leave a hell of a lot to be desired. Now, Tyrese Maxey getting back into the starting lineup. I thought Doc Rivers finally made the right decision. Even though you're taking a knock on the defensive end, you still need that change of pace in the game when you're playing slow. I'd like to see Tyrese Maxey get the ball more so in transition and pushing the pace that way as opposed to getting the ball in the half court. Because clearly when James Harden gets the ball and he gets in the half court, the game is going to slow down. That's just the way James plays. And for the simple fact that he still dribbles the ball a hell of a lot. And he's playing at a slow pace. And then you got to feed the big boy Joel Embiid at the block from time to time. But I love the pick and roll action that those two can employ at any point in the game. Again, the Philadelphia 76ers, however, they're going to need somebody else to step up. Now, Tyrese Maxey had 26 points last night. He made all 8 of his free throws. And again, the reason why I like Tyrese Maxey in the starting lineup, because he offers that change of pace, but only through transition. I think when they get in the half court, he serves little purpose unless you're going to get him more involved on dribble handoff action or even running some pick and roll with him and Embiid. But the thing with the pick and roll with him and Embiid, more often than not, Maxey is looking to take it to the hole. He's looking to take it to the rack first. That's his first mentality. I think if he can develop a little bit of a mid-range, I do like his floater. His floater is nice, and he's got the speed to blow by anybody. But if he can get a little mid-range shot and get a little bit more consistent from shooting from long range, from three-point land, I think Tyrese Maxey and the in the half court can give you a little bit more. I don't like his ball handling skills. I think that's something he needs to develop. He needs to be a better ball handler, in my opinion. But at the same time, when you're running the type of pace that you're running in the half court with James Harden, it's more important to give the ball to Maxey when you start looking at those transition opportunities. So that's the one change that I would like to see going forward with the 76ers, is keeping Maxey in the starting lineup, but giving him the ball in transition. Let him break out, let him initiate the break, because like I said, he got the speed to blow by any defender. And then you get guys like Tobias Harris in the corner. We'll talk about P.J. Tucker, because I'm really not feeling P.J. Tucker right now. Now, maybe there's this version of playoff P.J. Tucker, but currently, I ain't liking P.J. Tucker. But that's neither here or there. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But now, if you can get Maxey to consistently give you 20 points a game, paired with James Harden. Now, I don't need James Harden to be dropping 38 all the time. That's not what I'm saying. But the way he orchestrated the offense last night was brilliant. He pick and choosed his moments to be dominant, to be offensive-minded, while at the same time giving you 10 dimes in the game. I love the way James Harden is playing. I mean, he is playing at a level to where if the 76ers can, like I said, if they can just find those other pieces, Tobias Harris got to find his way in the offense. And I think it's a hard thing to do when you understand that at the pace that they play, Harden is going to dribble, and that's fine. If you're getting pick and roll action with Embiid, I'm good with that. And then even if you're giving the ball to Embiid, it's going to be a slow pace. Embiid is going to pick and choose, the right time to attack or go to that little mid-range jumpy he got. But the collective unit, so they're going to need Tobias Harris to find his way in the offense. Now, in my opinion, I wouldn't start P.J. Tucker. I'm like over P.J. Tucker. There must be a playoff version I'm getting ready to witness, because P.J. Tucker is useless to me out on the basketball court if he's not hitting those corner threes. And lately, he's been very suspect. I would like to see, in my opinion, I would love to see Jalen McDaniels. Now, I like what I've seen from this kid when he's getting time. When he's getting time on the court, he's very productive. I mean, he got good form shooting the three. I think he plays solid defense. But at this time, the Sixers, in my opinion, when I look at this team offensively, if they're not getting it going with Harden and Embiid, they're going to struggle, man. They struggle to find an identity, especially when Harden and Embiid isn't on the floor. Now, I think Doc Rivers needs to start looking at staggering Embiid and Harden a little bit more. Just stagger them a little bit more. One of those two guys got to stay on the court in order for this team to maintain a level of consistency when it comes to scoring. Because Tyrese Maxey, I mean, sometimes he's a little inconsistent. Tobias Harris, he's inconsistent. I'm not sure what the hell I'm going to get from the Sixers bench from the time to time. I don't even know what I'm going to get from them. And again, Niang played great last night. And I can argue if it wasn't for his performance, Sixers ain't winning this game. He had 16 points, and he was 5 of 6 from downtown. When you get in that version of Niang coming off the bench, now you might be cooking with something. But he's too inconsistent, so I don't know what I'm going to get from Niang. When Embiid is off the floor, oh my God. When he is off the floor, this team, I mean, they look so small, it don't make any sense. They are clearly missing inside presence when Embiid is off the floor. They got nothing of the kind. So it is even more important that they pick up the pace when Embiid ain't on the floor. They got to get up and down and run. And that's where Maxey comes into play. Even if Harden is on the floor, I think when you got that second unit and you might have Maxey and Harden paired up, that you will allow Maxey to push it in transition. And even in the half court, some dribble handoffs. But that's with that second unit. You know, he's got to pick and choose his moments on the first unit. But like I said, with the 26 points that he gave us last night, you know, you can't argue that. You can't argue that. He plays an important role in that starting lineup. And I like the way that Doc Rivers did close with his lineup in the fourth quarter. He closed, you know, with McDaniel, Niang, Embiid, Harden, and Maxey. And you could question Niang, but Niang had it going on, so I see what he was thinking there. And then there's the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, these guys look good, man. 16-game winning streak got snapped, though, last night. Once again, they lost 133-130 to the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, the Bucks, man, hey, listen, you're going to lose games like this. I thought they had this one, but, man, there's no answers for Giannis. There's no answers for Giannis. You just got to hope he take those threes. Like every now and then he'll jack 1 or 2 or 3 up in the game. So you'll settle for that. But see, for me, I think people play way too far off of Giannis, man. They give this guy a head start. And when he gets a head start, a full head of steam going straight to the basket, you're at his mercy. It's almost nothing you can do but either let him lay it up on you, dunk it on you, or for the most part, he plays aggressive enough to where he's going to get fouled. Giannis had 34 points, 13 rebounds, 4 dimes. His counterpart, Drew Holiday, had 26 points, 13 assists, and even Brook Lopez chipped in with 26 points. I like this Bucks team. And when you currently look at the standings, they're sitting at number 1 in the Eastern Conference, followed by the Celtics, half a game back. Then those 76ers, 4 games back. 4 Cavs, 5 Knicks, 6 Nets. That round out the top 6 in the Eastern Conference. I don't know if the Sixers got what it takes to really beat Milwaukee in a 7-game series. I think they do. I don't know if they got what it takes to beat Boston in a 7-game series. I think they do. But again, it's going to be predicated on whether or not you get in this version of James Harden going forward, and in the playoffs, more importantly. He got to do it in the playoffs. Joel Embiid continue to be Joel Embiid, 31 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists. If he keeps dominating, don't have any injury setbacks, and if Tyrese Maxey can give you a consistent 18 to maybe 25 points a night, this Sixers team is a very dangerous team going forward and into the playoffs. But they still feel like a second round exit to me. And that pains me because those are my boys, man. Those are my boys. That's all I got. If you're new to this channel, hit that like button, man. It helps out the algorithm. Push the content. Hit it. And subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Don't cost you nothing. Just helps your boy out. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications so you can get notified for when these gems drop. Peace out.